All right. Number 11, Notre Dame at 17, Duke. Notre Dame was a 5.5-point favorite. They won it 21-14. This was one that, look, I said that I liked Notre Dame to win. We gotta figure out a way to pull clips from last episode and get them in here because we could run the tape. And do you remember what I said? Because I do.
About Notre Dame Duke?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly what you said. No.
Great. Thanks, Mikey.
Do you remember what you said?
Yes, and I'll
then
tell
say
you.
it.
I will inform you. So, I said that I think Notre Dame is a much better team than Duke and should win by much more than one possession. But I picked a one-possession Notre Dame win because Notre Dame got beat up against Ohio State a little bit.
You did say that.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember this
because Notre Dame got beat up against Ohio State a little bit, and Duke is in a real position to go and cement themselves at the top of the ACC right now. They could have added this Notre Dame win to the likes of a Clemson win, and then be looking at the field of Florida State. I think that's going to be a good game when we get to that. But then Louisville, and there's a lot of teams over there that I don't think there's a lot of teams that are true playoff contenders. But I think if Duke would have found a way to win, they would have put themselves right in the mix with Florida State. So that's why I thought this was going to be a good game, and it turned out to be just that. Unfortunately for Duke, they lost Riley Leonard. He's going to be out for I don't know how many weeks. Was it 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Right there at the end of the game, they lost him. Class act about Sam Hartman to stay out there and wait on Riley Leonard to come out the medical tent. But this was a really good game. I was impressed by both sides. Again, I think a lot of people, much similar to one of the games I was talking about earlier, I think a lot of people can look at this and say, why did Notre Dame is a fraud? They lost last week. They only beat Duke by 7. Hey, I think, one, Duke's a really good team, and we should respect them for that. I was guilty of not doing that several weeks ago, and I came into last week's game Saturday's game with Notre Dame, and I said, hey, let's start giving Duke the credit they deserve. I think, one, Duke's a really good team, but two, Notre Dame's coming off of that really, really tough loss to USC after only having 10 guys on the field in the last 2 plays. And I think to go out and get a gritty win like this is almost it's a signature. It is a signature win for Marcus Freeman. Regardless of the name Duke when talking about football, this was a good win.